All right, let's talk about something we all do, all day, every day, without even thinking about it. Breathing. I mean, we do it thousands of times a day, but the journey each one of those breaths takes, it is absolutely extraordinary.
It's so easy to just think of it as, air in, air out. But it's not magic. It's this beautifully precise biological story, a whole journey that starts the second air enters your body. So let's actually follow that journey, step by step.
So here's our game plan. We're going to track a single breath right from the beginning, follow it down the superhighway to the lungs, check out the mechanics of how we breathe, and then witness the all-important gas exchange. And finally, we'll see how it's all one essential partnership.
Okay, let's dive right in. Our journey actually begins, maybe surprisingly, not in the lungs, but right at the front door, your nose. This is where the air gets prepped for its big trip inside.
Yeah, you can think of the nose as the system's really smart gatekeeper. Its job isn't just to let air in, it's to clean it, warm it, and moisten it before it goes any deeper.
And it's amazing, because it's actually pretty simple, but super effective tech at work here. Inside your nostrils, you've got this combination of fine hairs and, sticky mucus. Together, they create this brilliant filter that traps dust and all sorts of gunk, making sure the air that reaches your delicate lungs is as clean as possible. Okay, so once the air is filtered, it needs a clear, direct path to its final destination. It gets there by traveling down what is basically a biological superhighway. So from the nose, air zips down the pharynx, that's just the fancy name for your throat, and past the larynx, which is your voice box. From there, it enters the main pipeline, the trachea. Now think of the trachea as the main trunk of a tree. That trunk splits into two big branches called the bronchi, one for each lung, before branching out again and again into millions of tiny little pathways called bronchioles.
Now here's a really crucial detail about the trachea. It's not just some soft, flimsy tube. It's reinforced with these C-shaped rings of cartilage, and this is just a brilliant piece of natural engineering. These rings hold the airway open, making sure that no matter which way you bend or move, your windpipe never collapses. That path for air has to stay clear. It's totally non-negotiable.
So, we've got the pathway, but what's the engine? What's the actual physical force that pulls the air in and then pushes it out? Let's take a look at the incredible mechanics behind this breathing machine. The main players here are your rib cage and this powerful dome-shaped sheet of muscle right below your lungs called the diaphragm. It actually separates your chest from your abdomen, and its movement is really the key to the whole operation.
And right here, you can see this perfect little two-step dance. When you breathe in, that's inhalation, your rib cage expands out and the diaphragm contracts, pulling down. This makes the space inside your chest bigger, creating a vacuum that just sucks air into your lungs. And when you breathe out, exhalation. It's the exact opposite. The diaphragm relaxes and moves up, the rib cage gets smaller, and that decreased space pushes the air right back out. It's a simple but really elegant pump.
All right, the air has made it all the way down the highway. The pump is working like a charm. We have now arrived at the final destination, the whole reason this entire process exists, the great gas exchange.
At the very end of those millions of tiny bronchioles are the alveoli. Just picture millions of microscopic balloon-like sacs. Their design is pure genius. The walls are incredibly thin, like one single cell thick, and they are wrapped in a super dense web of tiny blood vessels. Here's a fun fact. If you could spread out all the alveoli in your lungs, they'd cover an entire tennis court. That massive surface area is absolutely essential for what happens next.
The mission here is clear and it is critical. The oxygen that traveled all this way has to be delivered to the bloodstream, and the waste product from your body, carbon dioxide, needs to be picked up and shipped out with the exhale. So how does oxygen actually make that leap from the air into your blood? Well, you can almost think of it like a little love story, a chemical attraction that makes the whole system go.
So inside your red blood cells is a special protein called hemoglobin. And the thing is, hemoglobin has this natural chemical pull towards oxygen. As the blood flows past those alveoli, the hemoglobin molecules basically reach out, grab the oxygen, and pull it into the bloodstream, ready to be chauffeured to every single cell in your body.
So, as we wrap this up, it becomes so clear that breathing isn't just one single action. It's this perfectly synchronized partnership between all these different systems, all working together for one vital goal. Let's just do a super quick recap of this incredible journey. The nose acts as the filter.
The trachea provides that stable, can't-collapse airway. The diaphragm is the engine, powering the whole pump. The alveoli are the transfer station where the big exchange happens. And finally, hemoglobin is the specialized taxi service, picking up that oxygen and making sure it gets where it needs to go.
I mean, when you really stop and think about it, the fact that this entire perfectly engineered journey from filtration to mechanical pumping to a chemical exchange happens automatically inside every one of us more than 20,000 times every single day is just something to marvel at. What an incredible machine.